But we are getting into the ace match of JimRising versus MasTeR. Let us go. Hold on, let me just message him. As we are loading on in to this final quarterfinals match and spawning in the top right. Oh, never mind. Wrong server. Let's go. We'll see. We'll see where this takes us. Beautiful, beautiful. As we are going to be getting into our quarterfinals match, lobby is being made. And I'm not going to be alone. I'm being joined by Cosmos, the Portuguese caster, and potentially my old caster as well. The admin of Sentimiento Latino, El Padrino of StarCraft himself. Is he getting in? Up, 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 up. Beautiful. JimRising. Style esports. Just trying to set up casting tool as soon as possible. Up. Team Hellfire, there we go. And as I was mentioning earlier, I believe he can hear me. We have our cameras on as well. I'm not alone, not anymore. It's been a long time since I've had a co-caster for either Sentimiento Latino or Copa Hyperion. He's a busy man. He's El Padrino of StarCraft. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Darky.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hello. You're alive, Papi. You're alive.
I'm always alive. Barely, but alive.
Oh my god, it's been a long time, Darky. It's been a long time, but I'm happy to see you here, Papi. Happy to see you safe and sound.
Yes, this time I'm back, and mate, we have some StarCraft to cast.
Oh, we do. We do, and we are jumping in mid-series. As a reminder to everyone, we are tied up 1-1. This is the ace match. And in said ace match, in the top right-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have the Brazilian Protoss player himself. He is red, representing Team Hellfire. It is MasTeR.
And spawning on the other side of the map, it is the purple shirt player, the streamer of the people, JimRising.
Oh boy, welcome back, Ducklings. Well, mate, have you been, man? Where have you been? That's what I want to know.
Working, mate. What else have I been doing?
True.
Working, helping the scene behind the curtains, just doing my stuff.
Yeah. Getting JimRising more sponsors, getting him some more money.
Actually, yes. But that's another story. Did you saw JimRising made a stream what was it? I think it was last week. We sent him a full gaming PC.
Oh my god.
That he had to build on stream himself.
I did hear about this. Did he break it? Did he build it? Did he what happened?
No, I believe he actually won. He actually was the first one to build it correctly. So
Oh my god. Wow, JimRising. It's really impressive, But yeah, like he's here as well. I know he's also been casting a lot of League of Legends. Because of that, he hasn't been playing a lot of StarCraft. He took a bit of a hiatus, but last week he came back to competitive play. And it's good to see him again here, 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, he is. And yeah, and it's good to be back, like. It's good to be back. How has things been going?
I mean, it's been pretty intense.
I,
Casting.
I saw that you signed up a few new players, and I saw that you guys won your first WTL qualifier match.
Mate, we didn't just win. Vindicta all killed, mate. He he won 7 games in a row, because World Team League is best of 2s within a best of 7. It was a lot of games. And
Easy.
he just blazed his way through, man. Ugh. European players, get out of here. Oh my god. But yeah, that was actually just last night. That was less than 12 hours ago, actually. That was like 8 hours ago.
Wait, were you awake for that?
Yeah. I woke up like 5 minutes before the cast, man.
shaking my head. But then again, I'm not surprised. Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna do it tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Exactly. World Team League is 3 days. 3 days of qualifiers. Each day is 1 best of 7. And tonight we're gonna go up against me and Micah's team.
Oh no! It was nice meeting you, like.
I know. I do think, honestly, I think me and ourselves and Juggernauts, which is me and Micah's team, I think we're the 2 strongest teams in our portion of the bracket. And I think the winner of our series is going to qualify. So we'll see. It's going to be a tough one. But yeah.
Congratulations, me and Micah, on qualifying for the WTL.
Aye, shaking my head. But, before we get too ahead of ourselves, before we get into that, we still have this series going on as well. Again, this is the ace match. Winner of this series will move on to the semifinals. The winner moves on to face the winner of Ryu and Neo Shaggy.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of game 1 of this series on Jim's stream. And it was basically like MasTeR went for a heavy 2-base push, and Jim just defended with quick Hydras.
Oh.
Because he saw it and he's like, okay, fuck economy. I need to defend. I hit the.
Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. I did see that in game 2, MasTeR went for Glaive Eps and JimRising didn't scout it and he just died. So a bit of a feels bad, man. But here in game 3, we see a much more standard opener. We see an Oracle opener into Twilight Council.
Yes, so triple Oracle followed by Twilight Council, 3 bases. Like, this is gonna be a much more typical mid to late game PVC these days. And yeah, I think look, Jim is not a fan of Protoss, okay? So he probably doesn't like playing these long games, these late games against MasTeR specifically, who is a player that, correct me if I'm wrong, but these 2 players have been playing each other a lot in these tournaments.
Oh yeah. I think they even played last week as well. So there is a little bit of history being gathered between these 2 players. I agree. We all know that Jim hates this matchup, but
everyone hates this matchup.
It's just true. Protoss, baby, Protoss. Even Protoss don't like playing against Protoss. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Funada Paco Mike. But what I will say is that, long gone is the era of SkyToss. That was the most brutal era of ZvP. No one liked playing it. No one liked watching it. This era is much more active. So I do think that Jim is going to have a bit of an easier time. He was able to get a decent scout off, and he should be aware of those Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, he should be. One of his overlords just got sniped by them, so he knows what's up. And yeah, by the way, when I sent you the message that I was gonna join you today, that was before I saw the bracket. And then after I saw it, I'm like, oh no, what have I done?
You're like, where's all the Terran, papi?
mate, there was 1 Terran in the bracket. You know what's worse?
What's worse?
It was Cosmos, mate. He was the only Terran in the bracket.
True.
And I'm like, oh no. Where is Chaos Fate? Where is Tavo?
I know, right?
Where is Neo?
I mean, what I will say...
Sinner. You had a good run a few weeks ago. Where are you?
True. Este Sinner, man. He's too busy playing team games. But
he probably drowned in the storms a few days ago. I don't know.
True. Oh god, I hope he's okay. But last week in Sentimental Latino, I mean, you were there, you were adminning. Chaos Fate had an insane run after being gone, after being on hiatus, after being drunk and missing for like 3 months. He comes back and he wins the entire thing. Like, it was insane to see. So yeah, it's a shame that we don't see him here, but you know, at least Terran had their time in the sun last week.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and gonna say that he came back because he needed money for the boost. Okay.
True.
Now he already won the money. He's gonna disappear for another 3 months.
No, come back to us, Chaos. Come back. Ay. For the time being, you know, both players are just poking and prodding. We do see MasTeR out here being active, trying to do something with his Stalkers, but he runs into a wall of roaches. He hasn't really found too much success yet, but MasTeR is switching gears a little bit behind this. He's switching into charge lots.
Yes, charge behind this. Fortunately, the Blink Stalkers have not done as much damage as MasTeR would have wanted to. Jim has been keeping him at bay. And one interesting detail: where is the +2 attack for MasTeR? I'm like, I was waiting for any second now, because JimRising already has 3/4 of the way done.
Yeah,
and once that's +2 finish, it's gonna be not a stomp, but definitely a more one-sided fight.
Yeah, I agree. I do think this is an oversight by MasTeR. Like, he rushed that +1 attack. Like, +1 was beautifully timed for MasTeR, but +2 is nowhere to be found, and that may be something that he regrets later on. For the time being, to make up for it, he does have double Robo on the way to get into Disruptor production. Robotics Bay is going to be thrown down after that, but JimRising is maxed and he's pushing out across the map.
Yeah, here we are pushing out across the map. The first silos have appeared here, and charge is done, so I don't think Jim is gonna be able to break this. I think he just wants to trade as good as possible. +2 attack is not done, by the way. Ooh. This is where, like, an anti-timing. If he just waited for like 30 more seconds, he will have a great advantage. But look, Jim's army is now dust.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that, Jim loses 70 supply worth of roaches. As you were saying, that was an anti-timing. He just had to be a little bit more patient. If he waited a little bit longer, he would have been able to, honestly, just make short work of this army. It would have been a much different engagement. It would have been a much different fight, but now MasTeR has the momentum and he goes for the counterattack.
Yeah, MasTeR smell blood in the air. He's coming for the counterattack. There's still JimRising with the defender's advantage, so a new wave of roaches come out and start to defend. And now, are we gonna see, like, you know, two players trading punches left and right?
Pretty much, but what I'm worried about is that MasTeR, he now starts +2 attack. He has a second forge working on +1 armor as well. And that double robo actually wasn't for disruptors. He just goes straight into immortal production. So his army is going to become much more sophisticated, much more scarier in a couple of moments.
Yeah, Jim needs to start transitioning right now, and I think it's a little bit late. We have the infestation pit just now starting. We don't have any hydras. Like, this is a good moment to start hydra and then lurker production. But I think Jim is a little late to the transitioning. And look, MasTeR already has 2 immortals on the map. Charge is done. The +2 attack and +1 defense is a little late, but I think he will be able to hold, especially with those shield batteries.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the overcharge forces JimRising all the way back. He sees the 5th base and he can't do anything about it. JimRising is down in bases, by the way, and the force fields are going to trap him in. JimRising has to fight. Yeah,
and Jim is going to fight. He's going to try to trade as best as he can. He kills 2 immortals. The tier 1 got a miss rally, went directly into the roaches without attacking. And yeah, that was like, look. I think Jim was hoping for more, but look, resetting the immortal count of your opponent, definitely worth it.
Yeah, exactly. That could have been a lot worse. I don't know if Jim actually even wanted to fight there. No! We see a cancel on the 5th base. A War Prism sneaking into the main base. You were talking about Hydras earlier. The Hydras that just finished off for JimRising. So he is on the way to get into Hydras and eventually Lurkers. He just needs a little bit more time. Right now, he is still stuck on Roaches and he's still struggling to expand and take a 5th base.
Oh no, poor Water Prism definitely is going to go down.
Oh yeah, the Prism does go down here to those Queens. MasTeR at the same time was pushing on to creep, does clear up a decent amount of it, and now he's also refining his army. We have a Templar Archives and a Robotics Bay on the way for that splash damage.
Yeah, but players gearing up for the next phase of the game. Oh, what is this? Is JimRising researching the what is it? Glance for the infestor? What?
Yeah, interesting choice. So Jim does have the Hydrogen, by the way, but he opts not to go into a hive. He's not investing in Hydras. He's going Ling, Roach, Rav, Infestor. Fungals can do really well against Charlottes. I don't know how well they're going to do against Colossi and Archons.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jim with a frontal attack on MasTeR's 4th base. Where is MasTeR's army? He was completely out of position. There was nothing here to defend. This Nexus is definitely gonna fall, I think. Okay, he's focusing workers.
Yeah, exactly. He gets 7 drones and he gets the base as well. At the same time, we have a little bit of a Zealot Rabbi, but the Ling reinforcements are going to be able to clean this up. Great moves here by JimRising. Despite having a bit of a hard time these past couple of moments, he was able to outposition his opponent and get a base.
Yeah, but now is Jim the one that get caught, but his army is big enough, I think, and yeah, MasTeR is forced to go back. Now he has the high ground.
Ooh, he does have the high ground. JimRising has to respect this. He has to back off. At the same time, the Zealots were actually able to clean up all those Lings from earlier. They do get 8 drones for their troubles, but it's okay because JimRising, he finally gets the 5th base up and running. He has the additional larva, and he is taking up. Despite not making any Hydras, he does have a Lurker Den on the way. So he is working in that direction, but before that, he will have those Infestors.
Yeah, 2 Infestors on the way. We have already how many on the map? Okay, no, this is only the first 2. And yeah, JimRising with the next attack on the frontal 4th base of, or now 4th base, 5th base of MasTeR. MasTer's gonna defend the first of the Disruptors is on the map now.
Yeah, the first one is out. We have 2 more on the way. We already have a lot of Immortals as well. Looking at the units tab, we have 4 Immortals in total. Again, this Roach Ravager army has a bit of an expiration date on it. It's not going to scale too well as the game goes on. So he has to get out of this. Finally, we have Hydras on the way. Is it too late? We'll see. Right now, he's going to just try and buy some time. He's going to try and trade out his army and try and keep MasTeR at home.
By the way, can I quickly Funara for shows in the chat because he's saying you and I are twins.
Funara for
Funara for sure. I mean, do I look Peruvian? Come on.
Do I look Mexican? Este for sure. I've never been more insulted in my life. Oh my god.
Speaking of being insulted, mate, poor roaches.
Poor roaches indeed. He's JimRising was trying to trade them out, but he throws them away. You don't want to be doing that. I mean, he wanted to get rid of the roaches, don't get me wrong. He now has freed up supply, and he is making his first wave of lurkers. Oh god, but he needs a little bit more time for those lurker upgrades for a higher lurker count.
I want to see what is Jim gonna do with those infestors, and apparently nothing, because the fifth one just went and suicide himself. He's like, no, this is not worth it.
Oh my god.
Oh, and nice blink forward with only a couple of stackers, and he kills the second one. But now MasTeR needs to be careful. The lurkers are ready and in position, so he cannot just go ahead and move freely forward, because oh my god, this is gonna happen. A lot of units immediately died.
Yeah, exactly. Lurkers dishing out so much DPS on this army. JimRising has the high ground. He's stutter stepping forward or leapfrogging forward with the rest of his lurkers. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to the lower base though, because MasTeR is rotating over and there's just not enough here to protect it. There we go. We're going to be seeing a cancel. There we go. Cancel on that base. At the same time, a Zealot run by towards the bottom right hand corner of the map. JimRising has to respond to this. He cannot afford to lose his base.
I don't think he will lose this base, mate, but he's losing workers, and that's definitely something that JimRising cannot afford at the moment. He is 10 workers behind of his opponent. His lurkers were alone and unprotected. 3 lurkers immediately went down. Nice shot from the disruptor there.
Yeah, exactly. One disruptor gets taken out in the process, but that was a good enough trade there for MasTeR. In the end, JimRising is going to be able to hold into the space. Another Zealot Rabbi is going to rock up, but we do have some units here to help deal with it, but Zealots are pretty good. Zealots do get a couple of Hydras, a couple of Roaches, and what's scary is that behind this MasTeR, I don't know if you saw, but we do have a Fleet Beacon. We have a Stargate. MasTeR is getting, he's not doing it yet, but he has the option to go into Skytoss if he needs to.
Look, when you're entering the late game, why not build everything?
Yeah. Just a little bit of everything, mate. Why not? MasTeR is pushing up this ramp. I don't think he even needs Skytoss. Where are the lurkers?
Lurkers are unfortunately being built. They just came out, but mate, those are a lot of lurkers. 15 lurkers were being built by JimRising.
Oh my god, 15 lurkers. That is a lot of lurkers, but they just weren't in position. They're able to push the army away. They're going to be able to burrow in time, and they do force MasTeR back. MasTeR not able to find too much damage. That was a scary moment, though. He almost made it up the ramp into the natural.
Yeah, almost. He was very close, but yeah, there are currently how many lurkers? 8 lurkers for JimRising, plus another 5 in production. Ooh. MasTeR has been doing great shot without disruptors this game.
Yeah.
Like unfortunately, he has been losing them. like the disruptor go one make one good shot and then die. But mate, what a good shot! And look, the lurkers once again dead, and now MasTeR is 40 supply ahead, and that is it. GG, JimRising and MasTeR takes the series 2-1.
GG, well played. JimRising fought his heart out there, but again, he was just being pulled completely out of position. At that moment, there was more Zealot harass at that southern base, at the 5th base of JimRising, and that's where his reinforcements were. That's why he didn't have anything protecting his lurkers, who's being a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too ambitious, and he just threw away a little bit too much towards the end. GG. Congratulations to MasTeR.
GG, and with that, mate, the run of 8 is over. And we have the 2 semifinals that we're gonna be casting in the next few minutes.